Robbie here from AFTV. Time to preview the FA Cup semi-final, where Arsenal are going to be taking on Manchester City. And to preview the game with me, he's even laughing already. Look, he's already started laughing. Steven Mcinerney from Esteemed Kompany, Manchester City channel. Is it worth us turning up, Steve?
Yeah, no, it is, of course. I don't know. Semi-final's a semi-final, and you beat us before in a semi-final, I think, haven't you?
You know what? That's where I'm holding out hope, right? Because I remember we beat you in the semi-final, and then in the final we had Chelsea actually, and nobody gave us a prayer. I remember turning up at Wembley. I never forget it. I turned up at Wembley, and this Man City guy goes to me, he goes, "What are you doing here, mate?" And I go, "What do you mean, what am I doing here? I come for the semi-final." He goes, "No, but why are you wasting your time for? You're going to get smashed." And we actually did turn you over. However, the last time we played you at Wembley was, again, it was a very humiliating defeat, which you then, I remember, followed it up the next Wednesday after that by then battering us 3-0 again.
Yeah.
Then the other day, you beat us 3-0 again at your place. It seems to be,
From my perspective, what it feels like playing Arsenal is playing a version of ourselves that isn't quite there yet. In terms of, because obviously Arteta wants to play that kind of football that Guardiola wants to. Basically, you said it. Yeah, they're your words, not mine. But if you're going to go there, basically that. Yeah. So I feel like with this game, it's a bad time as well because I think City are going to be really pumped given everything that's going on at the moment. Given now that we've been exonerated and all that kind of stuff, I think City will be massively up for it. And that's it's just probably the last thing you want to hear.
Exonerated or the money worked in your favour.
Whatever it is, it's the same end result, so I'm happy. But largely, I don't know.
Exonerated is normally when you're innocent.
Well, we're not guilty, so that's all I will say. So you can work it out between us. But largely, I think City are going to have a bit between the teeth, really. I think they're going to be aggressive. And I think we just like playing Arsenal because, once again, I think it's going to take... Arsenal remind me of a little bit of... City's season under Guardiola in the first year, 16-17, where they had a few moments where they'd be brilliant, but occasionally where we'd just get beat by Middlesbrough 2-1 or something like that back then, because we just didn't quite have the plays that he wanted yet. We didn't have the tools, I guess, to kind of get on with the football Guardiola wanted to do. And his style, and it's similar to Arteta in that way, hadn't just had time to really bed in yet. But I think next year Arsenal genuinely will be a lot higher than they currently are. But I think as a result, we know the football Arsenal are going to play because Arteta is, Guardiola knows him so well. And we're just a little bit more, a lot more stable in terms of the way we play. So I am still expecting a closer game than the one, the one a few weeks ago.
What's the best way to beat City? Because, like Tottenham have done it. Was it recently you lost to, was it Southampton?
Yeah.
What style do you think you need to deploy to beat Man City?
It sounds pretty basic, but largely you have to force Manchester City to make a mistake, because basically most of the games you've lost this season, it's come from us just essentially shooting ourselves in the foot. Like against Chelsea, for example, Mendy and Gundogan getting into trouble, giving the ball away constantly. If there's someone like Otamendi playing, just target, someone like him. And just, you kind of have to be roughly perfect, really. You have to press really intensely all over the pitch. Don't sit off and give City the ball. Just don't do that.
Although United, when they beat you, that's what they did.
They do, but they attack incredibly well as well. They're aggressive. Yeah. They are aggressive, and they counter-attacking works because City aren't... I'm hoping it's like how Walker plays, because defensive was so much better with his pace. But most of the losses this year have come from mistakes. So come from... we're not as strong in the middle at the moment, I would say. Our defence is kind of a little bit all over the place because we've got Laporte, who's world class, I genuinely believe that. But then we've got a rotating bunch of players alongside him. We've got the young lad, Eric Garcia, who seems a real talent, but he's only 19. He's bound to make a mistake at some point. Then you've got Fernandinho, who seems to be... Last time he played us back in midfield again. Maybe he'll be there again, we don't know. Otamendi and Stones have both got a mistake in them. So you kind of have that kind of weak centre. And then, once again, Gundogan tends to play well as a number 6 against you guys, but he isn't the most naturally inclined defensively. We are basically a little bit weak through the middle in terms of counter-attacks and things like that, and we are prone to making a mistake. So, but then
we very weak to me. It's going to be... This is how De Bruyne plays through the middle.
Well, that's it.
Weak.
That's it.
Jesus Christ.
Keep the ball away from De Bruyne. Keep the ball away from De Bruyne. That's your best bet.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really tough game, obviously, for us. I think the thing is about Arsenal is that we've had some games since this lockdown. I mean, we had that game when the lockdown ended and we started back against you.
Yeah.
Where we were, horrific by David Luiz. He owes us a big game in that game against you guys. But it's horrific by David Luiz. But then after, and we lost to Brighton. But then after that, we've had some decent performances. It's Sheffield United away, Southampton away, a place where we always seem to get beat. We won there. We've been right up until even in that Tottenham game, apart from some ridiculous errors, there was some good attacking, aggressive football. So it is a FA Cup semi-final, and it's a bit of an unknown for me because normally when there's like the fans are in there and you got you got that even split on the semi-final, it's an occasion, a huge occasion that does have a bearing, and that does mean that you can get some really surprise results.
I know it sounds weird, but I think City are genuinely really familiar with Wembley as well, because we're there really often. It's like several times over the past few years.
Yeah, you're very familiar with it, but
we're used to
Arsenal.
it.
We're familiar with it as well. We've been there a lot. All of our recent successes over the years have been in the FA Cup. We've won the competition the most times. Mikel Arteta won the FA Cup with Arsenal as well. Mikel Arteta as well, I think, is going to be really...
He's got
pumped to do something. He would have been embarrassed by what happened in that recent game. I mean, all right, we've got a terrible record against you guys per se in recent times, but that was his game. That was his first game against City, and he would have been embarrassed. It all went wrong right from the beginning. First of all, Xhaka got injured. Then, of course, David Luiz. He's going to be... I think he's going to really... have these players pumped for the game. Now, can they go throughout the game without making the errors? That's the problem with Arsenal.
I think as well.
There are good players, but they're error prone. But there are players that on another given day, on given days, they can put in a solid performance. It's going to be FA Cup. It's a one-off. That's what I'm holding on to.
That's it. I mean, there's no kind of redemption after that. You lose it in the 90 minutes, so you don't basically, or obviously extra time as well. But I'm pretty confident from my side. I mean, obviously, but just also because Sterling's found form again. Sterling spent a good 3 or 4 months just out of form, and Mara seems to come into. We seem to have basically a relatively settled team at the moment. Weirdly, Sterling's back again. Mahrez is unequivocally our right winger at the moment, and Gabriel Jesus is through the middle. And I think sometimes when there's less choices for Guardiola to make, it's a bit easy. I think you would never admit to it, but it feels a little bit easier for the team. De Bruyne, we've had such a blessing as well of our squad that we can just rest a lot of people constantly. We've been rotating every single game, and we've seen the rise of Foden. But then, even if he doesn't play, David Silva's been having loads of rest and looking like himself again. I can't believe he's going this soon, but he's looking good at the moment. De Bruyne, it's just defensively, that's it. Going forward, we're smashing some goals in at the moment. So, but it just depends how it goes on the day, because anything can happen.
Yeah, 2 young players that are going to be that could possibly be on the pitch at Wembley, that are really exciting for England going forward. Right. As you mentioned there, Phil Foden, brilliant player for you guys, and for us, Saka, who again has been absolutely brilliant this season. It's good to see these English players coming through. Foden is now starting to get his chance as well. Do you think he'll get more of a chance when Silva does leave? Yeah,
genuinely, he's been playing an awful lot, and he's got to the point now where he's often. No one's the best player on the pitch when De Bruyne is there, but after him, he's been in the top 2 or 3 on the pitch for us. He's been genuinely scoring goals, creating goals, and he looks. I think there's always a moment with a young player when they kind of hit that eureka moment where they just feel a little bit more confident. They have to stop trying to just. Some players are naturally more, they're a little bit more arrogant or cocky, but some players like to just take the time to blend in, and then they feel like themselves. You can tell all of a sudden Foden feels like he belongs now. He's not that young lad. He's obviously got loads of talent, but he's a little bit enthralled to David Silva and De Bruyne. He's passing it to them and waiting for the ball. Now he's demanding it. Now he's actually dribbling at players. He's a little bit stronger. He's notably a little bit bigger than even just a few months ago. Because I guess when you're at the age of 19, 20, you just get bigger, don't you, naturally, until you're about 22, 23. Then you start to become your actual size. And Foden looks genuinely quality. He's been kind of playing out wide a bit for City, which is weird. More of a kind of left inside forward and kind of drifting around midfield a little bit. But it is just good to see him finally get the chance that Guardiola's always said he would get, but we have to wait a while. But with David Silva going, I do believe he'll just be next in line. He's showing now at the moment his form. is good, and we could go from having no academy players for a while to having, you know, Eric Garcia, as I mentioned earlier. He's starting a lot recently. He started against Liverpool. Did he start against you guys? I can't remember. He did. He got
a bad injury, didn't he?
Edison knocked him out. And then, he started big games. He could have gone from having none for ages, and it's been a rightful criticism, admittedly, to having just two, academy guys in the team. And for Saka, though, I actually wanted City to try and get him when he had a year left in his contract. He was never going to happen. I mean, it's one of those things where your fan want it, but like, he's just such a quality player. Like, I really like him. Just quality. Obviously raw, but he's got a complete left-sided game, basically, hasn't he? He can do a bit of everything. And given where City are at, I was like, we need a left winger, and we need someone who can play left back as well. He would have been perfect. He was never going to happen, of course, but I was there at cheeky Briggenstein and Guardiola on Twitter, like, go on, lads, get him. But,
my dear. All right, well, listen, what do you think the score's going to be then?
2-1 Man City.
Yeah, it's very hard to go against that. But it is the FA Cup. I've got to back my team, man. It's the FA Cup. We won it the most times. And we're due a shock result against City. We're due one, right? 2-1 Arsenal. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Why are you lot laughing? I can see you lot laughing, right? I'm not even in the room with you watching this video, and I can see you laughing. Stop laughing, right? I might have the last laugh, right? Leave it in the comments below. Give us your match predictions. Don't forget to check out Esteemed Kompany. But hopefully Arsenal can get a win. Who knows? FA Cup semi-final with a difference. No fans. Robbie here from AFTV. We just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok. Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.